let's kick it. And then we all know this, but we're all a big family here. So this is Build It with Chris, and we are building on the Loan Officer AI CRM. And normally we every other week we pick a user where I build these inside their account. So we're gonna wrap up inside Jeff Younger's account today, and then we are looking for someone special for next week, where we're going to be building out our realtor attraction campaign and launching another one of those because they are exceptionally powerful. Because if you don't know, you have access to Redder inside the Loan Officer CRM. It's included. The retail price on Redder is $199 a month, and you get access to all of that qualified agent data inside the CRM. And with a couple clicks of the button, you can load them into a workflow that's a year long that automatically books appointments for you. So absolutely incredible. So that's what we're going to be building next week on Build It with Chris. So if you would like to be considered to have that built inside your account, just type yes into the chat, and Amy will put your name into the hat, and then collectively as a team, we use this as a team building exercise internally with all of the success coaches and everything, and we pick a name out of the hat, and then we kind of celebrate one of our members internally. So it's a ton of fun. So remember, this is a super low key call. It is designed, Build It with Chris is all about putting me in the hot seat and having some fun with it and breaking things and showing you that technology isn't perfect. And oftentimes it breaks and oftentimes it's frustrating, but we keep clicking the buttons because it is absolutely worth it to have the automations up and running and having a CRM that works for you so that you don't have to work as hard because the automations are the ones actually doing the work for you. So with that, unmute your microphone at any time. Open forum. Ask any questions, and we are happy to support you with whatever you need. And let's get started on Build It with Chris. Oh, and if it's safe and appropriate, turn your webcams on. Just adds to the family feel here that we have on the call. So, quick check. Microphone sounds okay? You can hear me okay? Everything's good? Okay. And
Good.
then I should also, I know y'all can see me, not my normal backdrop. We are actually in the Canadian northern hinterlands. So I'm actually I'm about 8.5 hours north of Toronto, literally in the middle of nowhere on the edge of a lake. We've been living here with the kids. Before the kids go back to school, we like to go away as a family and have like an outdoorsy type adventure where so we're living by, like, we actually have a wood burning fire stove. There's no furnace. There's no cell phone service, nothing. So I'm actually coming to you thanks to Elon Musk and Starlink. So I brought a Starlink system, and we are high speed internet in the middle of nowhere. Can't even get cell phone service. Got to teach the kids what a rotary dial telephone was the other day because there's one in a cabinet and it rang, and they were like, "What is that?" And we literally like went over and like opened up the cupboard, and there was this rotary dial phone in there, and somebody was calling the house. And so I was like, "Guys, this is a phone!" And so we had a lot of fun with that. Um, Mark, my brother uses Starlink down in Mexico for working in California. Oh, that's genius. And so I didn't see the comments. So Dave, there is a moose, not a moose. There's a deer on the wall in the house next to the big fireplace or whatever. My daughter, not happy about that at all. She very much believes free and in the wild is where the animals should be. Um, so super cool. And oh, great, we got lots of names in the hat for next week's Build It with Chris. Okay, let's get started. So we are going to. Oh, sorry, Frady, did you have a question?
Hi, everybody. Great to be here. My first time joining the AI meeting.
I know very little about AI. My limited use is ChatGPT for
Awesome.
just plain writing assignments that my high school daughter is very jealous about right now. Um, my question for you, and I missed your introduction. I'm sorry, I just logged on. Please forgive me.
No problem.
My question, I have my own CRM. I finally, learned my way around everything. I don't want to switch to something else. So how do I transcribe a recorded Zoom session to a text? That's my simple question.
So you can either take the video recording now and upload that to Zoom, or you can use a tool like Fathom. Just Google Fathom, and you
That
can upload your video to it, and it will transcribe it. Another great AI transcription tool that we've been using is CapCut. So you can download the CapCut desktop app,
How do you spell that?
CapCut, I believe. Sachin, did I get that right?
Yes,
So
yes, yeah.
where do I download that? Like on my PC?
Yep. Yeah.
Either
So
either Fathom or CapCut. And then I
yeah,
could just upload the Zoom recording link there and it should just go from there.
not the link. You'll actually have to get the video file itself. Actually, if it's a Zoom, so what you're looking to do is transcribe a Zoom meeting into a text.
Yes,
Okay, so Zoom actually has that feature now.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, so you should be able to go, so after the meeting is done, go into your Zoom dashboard and go to recordings. And there's a new button in there that'll say AI transcription. And if
Hold
you
on.
click on
Go to
that,
I'm writing this down, sorry. I go to recordings and then AI
it'll be AI transcription.
Yeah,
transcript.
AI transcription or summary and transcripts. There are two options.
Yep.
Okay. So I choose the transcript option.
Yep. And that will have the transcript there. Then what you do is you take that transcript, copy it, paste it into ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT then it's your sandbox. You can
Oh,
do
wow.
so many things with it. Turn this into a Facebook post, turn it into
Yeah, well, that's what I'd
tweet.
like to do.
Yep.
So when I put it into ChatGPT, does that turn it into an AI generated article, quote unquote, that I have to be concerned that it shows up as AI, or because I'm putting in my own personal content, I'm safe?
You're safe. Honestly, we do SEO. It isn't even SEO anymore. But we rank mortgage sites on the front page of Google. We have a guaranteed program where we will get you ranked in the top 3 spots on Google. Every single piece of content that we generate for our clients and customers is AI generated. I think it's a huge myth that Google doesn't like AI content. What they like is valuable content. And if it's AI produced and you work with the AI to make it a high quality article that people will actually read and get value from, like don't just put it in, punch out an article, and then post the article. Because the first time it does it, it's janky and it looks like AI wrote it. But your specialty in saying, "Oh, don't say it like this, say it like this," or get rid of point number two and change it to this, you working with the AI like it's an assistant to create something that is really valuable and publishing that's where you'll see huge benefit.
So can I ask one more question and then I'll shut up for the rest of the time, let everybody else talk.
It's all good. It's all good. We're all family here. It's all good.
Okay. When I put it into my ChatGPT, I don't have a paid version of ChatGPT. Right now I'm using the free version. Is it better if I have a more sophisticated paid version over the free version? Does it make any difference? What would you suggest?
For what you're looking to do, you're totally fine with the free version. That said, for $20 a month, I mean, for what you're looking to do, you're fine on the free version. If you want to get into some more advanced stuff, get into the paid, that's great. But for now, you're great.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I will say this, as you continue to attend these calls and you see what we're doing with AI inside the CRM, where the AI can actually have the conversations for you inside the workflows, I think you're going to be tempted to switch over. It's a game changer when you see appointments actually showing up on your calendar
Don't
from
tempt me, please.
well, that's my job, so I'm gonna tempt away. So awesome. But Frady, thanks for the questions and thanks for being on the call. Awesome. Corey.
Yes, I have two questions. So first, as a broker, I'm a broker. How do I get on Google so that they give me reviews? Because it's not like, you know what I mean? Like it asks for all the business stuff and an LLC, all this stuff, and it's just me. So how do I do that?
Yeah, just register under your personal name. So it would be Corey Resto dash mortgage broker, right? You will have like you've got a business license, right?
Um, like, what do you mean? Like an
So
LLC or
it'll ask
I'm
you
a licensed broker. I
as long as you've got that, like basically your NMLS number,
mhm.
you can upload that information to a Google business page that's dedicated to just you. And then that Google business profile is what gets ranked on the front page of Google. And Carl and I are doing a webinar. We're not going to get detailed into the Google business page aspect of it, but that's technically what ranks. And then when people read your ratings and reviews, that's how you get phone calls. And those are the highest quality inbound consumer direct leads that you can generate, short of calling your database, making your like following the daily success plan,
Yeah.
then getting leads from Google, organic.
Okay, so I'll try that. And then also, which AI platform do you recommend if, let's say, I shoot a 10-minute YouTube video and I want it to edit it into smaller short form things for me to repurpose in other places?
So that is a fantastic question. Um, Give me just a moment. Sachin, what's the name of that tool that we upload the long videos to that gives us the shorts and reels?
So
That,
Chris, there are three. One is Clap, the second one is Capwing, and the third one is CapCut. So if you want more editing option, go with CapCut. And if you just want to put your a long video format and get some short video format, Capwing and
How do you
Clap.
spell that? The second one? Not CapCut
Uh,
or Clap.
KLAP.
No,
KL
no, the other one. I'm sorry.
Capwing. KAPWING Wing. Capwing. KAPW
Wing. Okay.
yep.
Capwing.
And it'll automatically choose like which parts of the video and just does it that way.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Corey, what we use that a lot for, or recommend using that a lot for, is you doing the show, which is what we're going to get into in just a second. But you reach out to top performing realtors and you invite them so that you interview them, and it's a market update. So you're doing a market update with a top producing realtor, basically one a month. Then you take the long form recording of the Zoom recording, put it into Clap or Capwing. It chops out all the content, and then you can send that content to the realtor and be like, hey, here's your marketing and advertising you can put on your social media. But it features you as well.
Just something that I wanted to throw out there because I was watching it on a webinar. They were talking about any kind of business doing this, but they recommended getting, lost my words, professionals in your space. Jesus, like for us mortgage people, maybe a financial advisor, a title person, a insurance person, and creating a summit and asking them to speak and then marketing it as the summit and getting a good amount of people opting in, doing it for free, and then building a buyer's email list, being able to pull in leads that way also. So I just thought
Yeah,
I'd toss that out there because I thought it was a really good idea.
it is a great idea. A summit is really hard to pull off. A lot of logistics for the amount of time that you have to invest in it. It's not worth it. The daily
Well, they
success
did
plan.
recommend also asking people if they could interview them, and then
Mhm.
you kind of edit that all together to make the summit. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it's not live in a sense.
Yes, which is awesome. Um, and a great way, as long as you're looking at it from the way I'm going to make money is building relationships with the referral partners that I'm interviewing and not I'm going to go consumer direct and generate consumer
Yeah.
direct lead because we've done millions of dollars in consumer direct advertising, and the average conversion is 1%. So the marketing to the referral partners that can send you real referrals and close those, that's where you want to spend the time and the focus and the energy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
but I'm just supporting your point because that's a great idea. I just didn't want anybody thinking consumer direct. It's about winning the
Yeah.
relationships with the producers. That's a phenomenal idea. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks.
Right on. Cool. And we got one more hand, and then we will dive in here. Justin, how's it going, brother?
Hey, I'll just make it real quick, and we don't have to do this now. We can do it, one-on-one or whatever if you got 2 or 3 minutes later. But I just wanted to have you walk me through that powered arrow thing for Thor's Hammer. Whenever you got a few later on today or Monday or whenever.
Awesome. We'll hit it right now because this is super valuable. What you're looking to do is to add a power dialer step inside a workflow, right?
Terminology might be different. I'm just looking at taking right whatever my goal, and then we can work backwards, is to have my list of 30 or 60 agents for Monday calls in a power dialer that I can just roll through and call them. However we set that up logistically, I'm good with.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So we'll solve that and work on our campaign at the same time. So here we are inside the Loan Officer CRM. And you can see here, I'm going to run through what we went through last week and where we got hung up. And then what we're going to do is go from that point forward. So to speak to Corey's point, I lost you, Corey, but because I'm screen sharing, I can't see everybody. But to Corey's point, what we're doing is we're promoting a show in a local market. And Justin, I promise I'm going to get to you in the workflow section, okay? So what we're doing here is we are doing the show. So we've got the show opt-in page here. So inside the CRM, website's already built for you. Lead generation page is already there. All you do is you go to sites, the show opt-in page, and the template is already here. So last week we went through.
Chris, I'm sorry. When I've tried to do this, that black outline page I don't get that. I get the little form in the middle, but I don't get the rest of that page that you edited for. I can't remember who you edited for, but you took out all the Toronto stuff and you put it in. Okay, so I don't see that. Where can you show me again where I should absolutely find that?
Yes. So you're going to go on the menu bar on the left-hand side. It says Sites.
Yes.
And then up here it says Funnels.
Yes.
So you're going to click on Funnels.
Yes.
And then you're looking for the show opt-in page.
Could it be that some of us don't have the updated names? I'm
Yes.
seeing Sashin saying yes.
Might be Consumer Direct Webinar.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I went to, and it only gives me It gives me two different choices for this form, but not the black, not this page right here.
Okay.
So could I just be missing something in my personal program?
I'm just double checking. So you said forms.
Yes.
Are you in forms up here or are you in funnels?
I was in forms.
Awesome. Okay. So you want to be in funnels.
Funnels. Okay.
And in the background, Sachin, hop into Brad's account. Just double check he's got everything. If not, tune him up. Make sure it's all good.
Thank you very much.
We got you, brother. It's all good.
I'm having funnels.
All right. So we've come in here and we have this opt-in page. We clicked on edit, and I'm not going to actually edit the page, but just to show you, the page is already built for you to run this Consumer Direct webinar. So you can run the Facebook ads that we gave you last week, punch those into Facebook. We already know they work. The click-through rates are good on the images. Everything is there for you to run ads. So you're going to run a Facebook ad, edit this page so it's got all your information on it and the realtor that you're going to be reaching out to. And so you're running a Facebook ad. People are clicking on the Facebook ad and coming here and registering for the market update. The reason why we're using a market update is because everybody wants a house, nobody wants a mortgage. People that will register for real estate specific information just have a much higher likelihood of being interested. Again, the goal is not to go consumer direct and close a bunch of business from the consumer direct leads. The goal is to highlight the realtor on the event and win the relationship with the realtor so that they send you all their referrals. This is only for going after like whales and tunas so that you know they've got a significant amount of business to send to you. But this is an offer that they love where you can say, hey, look, we're going to run traffic to this page and we're going to try and generate some business for you. But really, it's just to open up the relationship with them. So the page is already here for you. Form is already in here. So again, last week, we created the form and hooked it up so that it's actually going to connect to a workflow. Is everybody with me so far? We're reaching out to a realtor. One of the offers is, hey, I'd love to have you on my show. They say, great. And if you want, you can use this page to run consumer direct ads and generate leads for it. When people come to this opt-in page and fill in this form, we're adding them to a workflow that will automatically follow up with them, tag them, put them into a campaign. So, Lisa, yes, you had a question.
Hey, Chris. So I really love this and I want to share it with, I want to make a little video and share the idea and the concept with my tuna and whales. Do we have a script? Do you guys have a script that we could have that just is really quick and we can send a quick video to these people?
We do. Not only do we have a script, we have a full offer sequence for you to send out.
Ooh,
So
okay.
inside the system, there's all the qualified agent data, right?
Yes.
So you can go down here to qualified partner lists, and I'll just demo this because we've got a bunch of people that aren't currently customers of the Loan Officer
Oh,
CRM.
okay.
We have Redder inside the system. So this will pull up. You can pull in a list of all the qualified agents in your marketplace. You can import 300 per month. So you go in, you tell it, here's where I'm located. I want agents that have done 8 buy-side transactions in the last 12 months. You click the import button. They automatically go into a workflow inside the CRM. That workflow can send an offer just to invite them to the show. The workflow that we have built has 6 different offers in it, and it runs for an entire year. One of those offers is the show, but it's 4 months in, right? Because month 1, there's 4 weeks of marketing, all designed with just the coffee appointment. Then we go to the irresistible offer, which is, hey, give me your old cold dead leads. We'll work those for free and send you referrals. So every month there's an offer that we focus on. If you want, Lisa, to send just the offer for this, it is called, Sachin, what's the name of that workflow that has just referral partner invite sequence? Okay, so it is called the Consumer Direct Webinar Referral Partner Invite Sequence. So that is the name of the campaign that will be inside your CRM account. And when you click on this workflow, it opens up and you can see here, you can apply a contact tag to all your qualified realtors. That will automatically start this workflow. It assigns them as to you, the user, or if you have somebody on your team that you want making these calls, it'll assign them to them. And then it starts sending emails. So it'll send an email, then it'll wait, and then there's a condition. If they reply, that reply gets sent to the artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence writes the response to the qualified agent. You approve the conversation, and it gets them to book an appointment on your calendar. To give you an idea of the offer that's in here, I contact first name, my name is your name from, and then it puts your company in there. our upcoming monthly, and then you would put your area name in here. So, Lisa, where are you from?
I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, sweet. As a little aside, I drove through Albuquerque, New Mexico in a 1982 Volkswagen Westphalia.
It's been that long?
It's well, okay, the truck is it was, yeah, the old camper van. Anyways, we went to California for a winter and did the drive from Canada all the way down, and man, you live in a
Dang.
beautiful place.
Thank you.
All right.
If you like dirt, this is the place to come.
Right on. So our upcoming Albuquerque market update webinar is quickly approaching, and we would like to feature you, or we would like to host you as our featured guest. We take care of all the advertising, social media, and database marketing to fill the event with families looking to buy or sell real estate. You would be responsible for providing a current market update showcasing last month's board statistics like average days on market, average price, units sold, etc. Then you have an opportunity to showcase a listing that you'd like to feature and provide tips on how to buy and sell in this market. And basically, this is your invitation sequence to get them to agree to come on the show.
I love it because I know that when I'm talking to when I go to coffee appointments, and we talk about like, video, and we even at Breakfast Club this morning, we were talking about video and just things that are out of the norm of just a normal job, and they get so nervous. So it would actually be great for me because then I can help them build confidence, and then we can build a better rapport. And this is so built out. Like this morning, I went through my I'm working with Alexa today to go through my CRM and then workflows. And so I kind of did a little quick video of my CRM and how it's a 12-month reach. And it was a 30-second video. I sent it to my whales and to my tunas this morning, and I already have an appointment and it was not me talking. It was me talking, but it wasn't my face. It was just the CRM scrolling up. And I have an appointment at 2:30 on Monday with a really large whale in our area. And then I have a tuna appointment now scheduled for next week because I did that. What you did was so impressive. And I don't know if people tell you all the time, but I'm just blown away at it's so detailed and it's really impressive. And when real estate agents see that, they're like, wow, I really need to be hooked up with Lisa.
That is amazing. Well, thank you for the feedback, Lisa, but you're the one doing the work. You're the one that sent it out. You're the one that deserves the results. So great implementation. That is phenomenal. Great job. And building and writing marketing campaigns is something that I love to do. So I get to do what I love, you get to do what you love, and everybody wins.
Yeah, it's a great partnership. Thank you so much. Your stuff is so professional. It's classy. Everybody just loves it. I'm so impressed. And so I feel so lucky just to be both on this podcast with us, both with Chris. It's great.
Well, and we got lots more cool stuff coming. So
Thank you.
stay tuned and all good stuff. Now, so thank you, Lisa. Justin, my man. So we are inside a workflow here. This content, so the way that these work is you can create a brand new workflow from scratch and get it to do anything that you want in the sequence. So this right here says trigger contact tag. So you can take your Focus 40 list, right? And when you upload it to the system, you can apply a tag to all those contacts. When you apply the tag, anything that's under here will automatically happen to those users based on the fact that you've applied a tag to them. Make sense? Okay, basic CRM stuff, right? But here's where the Loan Officer CRM really excels. So down here, there's these little plus buttons. So it says assign to user. I'm going to click this plus button. So I'm going to assign it to a user. I'm going to send them an email. But let's say every time I upload a list of qualified agents, I want them to be added to the Power Dialer. So I just click that plus button, and then it's going to ask me what action I want to add here. So it's called a manual action to call. I'm going to put call in here because there's two of them and I want to make sure I give you the right one. Yeah, manual action to call. So I'm going to select that and it's going to say manual call. I'm going to save that action and voila, our manual call is here. So anybody that gets this tag will get assigned to a user and then automatically be added to the power dial. So now let's say, yeah, sorry, is that clear, Justin? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so far so good.
Okay. So I'm running a workflow on these people, and this particular workflow is a month long. So it sends the first email here. It waits for a week. If they respond at any time throughout those 7 days, AI takes over and has the conversation with them. But if they don't respond, it sends email number 2. Waits again for a week. If they don't respond, it then sends email number 3. Waits for a response. If they don't respond, it sends email number 4. Okay, so I'm 4 weeks in. It's been a month. I've sent them 4 emails. I want to power dial them again, right? So underneath email number 4, I'm going to click the plus button, go back and find that manual call action by typing call into actions, manual action to call, and I save it. So now, every time anybody in this workflow gets to this stage, it's going to automatically add them back into the power dialer. So when I log in tomorrow morning, anybody that's reached that step in that CRM flow is automatically going to be in the power dialer list. So you can take your qualified agent list, like your Focus 40, put them in, and you could have a workflow that says manual call, wait 1 week, manual call, wait 1 week, manual call, wait 1 week, schedule that for 8 weeks, and every week they're automatically added to the power dialer after the timer goes off.
Got it.
Does
Okay.
that make sense?
It does. So that's, but I mean that workflow is not current. Like I'd have to build that out, correct?
Yeah, but I mean, you can get with your success coach.
Okay.
Literally,
There is a power dialer that's already in there, and you just, I mean, I've made them now with help of Justin. I've got it for my realtors, I've got it for my prospects, I've got it for my past clients. I've separated all of my contacts, and I dump them into the prospective dialer. I've done the same thing with emails, so I've got an email workflow for each one of those. And it works great, by the way.
Okay.
All right.
When I had gone through it before with I guess success coach, whatever terminology is. And then when I was down at boot camp in Florida, the folks that I had chatted with were like, well, I mean, you can go through and call them once, but after that, like the bucket's empty and you got to basically start over, re-add them, that kind of thing. So that's why I was trying to figure out a way to automate it so I can have the same list of 60 people, right? 60 new agents to go through and call in every week. So I think that what you just described, I think that makes a lot more sense.
Justin, what's the name on your account?
I mean, just to be my name, right? Justin Hamaker.
I don't see your last name on it.
Hamacher.
What's your company name?
You're missing the S in Justin.
Cornerstone First Mortgage.
You have 3 accounts with us. Congratulations. You get a t-shirt.
Yes. I got to get the LO.
Right? Yes, I know.
AI.
We are
Chris, I have mine set up if you want to go show everybody.
well, what I wanted to show, we just got to make sure that this is the right one. But Justin, I'm in your account here, right? And Chris, thank you for the offer. I appreciate that. I'm just going to click create workflow, start from scratch. You're going to have to write this down. So you got a pen and piece of paper?
Yep.
So I'm going to add a new trigger just because this is valuable for all members on the call to see these workflows come together from scratch.
Wait,
So,
Chris, we're recording this also, right?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, we are. We're double checking. All right, so I've gone into add new trigger. I typed in tag and I'm going to choose contact tag. I'm going to add a filter and I want a tag added and I'm going to select the tag and I'm going to call this, what do you want the tag to be called? Just so that you can remember it.
Stores
Hammer?
hammer, I guess. Yeah, that's fine.
So let's call this Thor's Hammer and then I'm just going to tag weekly on the end of it. Weekly power dial. That way you can find it using any of those. So I've added a tag. So that tag was just created inside your CRM. I love that feature. One of the CRMs that I used to use, you used to have to go to tags, create the tag to be able to put it in the workflow. To be able to be in a workflow and create a tag saves a ton of time. I digress. So now anytime you apply that tag to a contact, they're going to come in here. So we're going to add the manual call. So manual action to call. Save action, boom. Now we're going to wait and we're going to put a timer on here. So this is a wait step. I'm going to wait and we're going to go 6 days because we're going to call them on the 7th day, right? And then see this advanced window. What days do you make your Thor's Hammer calls on?
Monday, Thursday.
Monday through, and then so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so if you make the call on Monday, they'll go on the next Monday. If you make the call on Thursday, it'll go on the next Thursday, right? Because the wait time is 6 days, so it'll get past the other timer and then add them to the campaign. And then this will start at, we don't need between the hours of, we want an exact window, 9 a.m., save action. Okay, so we've made the call. After you make the call, it's going to wait for 6 days, and then we're going to add another manual call. But check this out. So I can go, where are we? Copy all actions from here. I'm going to copy here. Then I'm going to do that. Oh, watch this. I'm going to copy all actions from here. So now I'm going to do all 4. I'm going to copy to the bottom here. And I've got manual call wait, manual call wait, manual call wait. How many total is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. And we want to go for 8 weeks, right? So I'm going to copy all actions from here, head down to the bottom, copy here, boom. 8-week power dialer sequence.
Can I make a suggestion?
Of course.
So after, so I set it up with a similar to that. I have adding a tag right after it comes in for week 1 Thor's Hammer. Then I have my wait timer to wait number 1 to wait a week. I remove the tag and then I add a tag for week 2 Thor's Hammer and then make week 2 call.
Got it. So in order to do that, we would do tag.
Because then it's easier to see where you are in the flow and how many weeks you're in.
Yep. So this is, so now we want to remove Thor's Hammer weekly power dial. Boop. And then we want to add a new tag.
Like week 2.
So this would be Thor's Hammer power dialer week 2. And so
That just,
now,
it makes it.
Is there
it
a
makes-
benefit for that other than just visually seeing where you're at in the process?
so, well, Chris, do you want to answer that?
So for me, it is because when I actually have it tied into the 12-month campaign. So my tags are aligned and I know exactly where I am. And I've got my campaigns talking back and forth to each other at this point in time. So when I'm making a call for week 1 and I remove it, then it automatically triggers it in the 12-month to send the email for that series of calls. That's just me.
And I love that, Chris, because we have different offers going out. So you could name your tag to whatever the offer is.
Mm-hmm.
So then when it comes up in the power dialer and you see the tag on it, you're like, oh, I know this guy's in week 4. Week 4 is my irresistible offer. So when you call, it's like, and you say, hey, did you get my emails this week about me converting your leads for you? So you can, when you're making your power dial calls, you can just be a little bit more custom. But honestly, you know, what they're doing at Steve's branch, as best I know, is they're just following the mortgage marketing animal script for the coffee appointment and letting all the emails go out. And then if they ask a specific question about one of the things that they offer, it conversationally, they just pull that tool out of their toolkit. And it's like, oh yeah, the show. I'd love to have you on. Right? And so you're just, I don't think you're going to run into any issues by not having the, you know, super advanced customization to it. Justin, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So man, and I've got, I mean, probably almost 600 agents, 500 something that I have in the 12-month one currently. I think this is like week 4 or 5.
Awesome.
And then of those, like I said, I've set aside like 60 that I've just manually been calling. So, I mean, to get those 60 sucked out from that, let me rephrase, to get those 60 added to this specific power dialer, I would just go through and add that tag to them. Is that correct?
That's right. You got
And
it.
then from there, I'm good to go for the next, 8 weeks or 10 weeks or whatever. Got it.
Yep, exactly. And then one other thing that I'll show, again, because this is beneficial for members, when we come down here, say I was to remove that tag and add that tag, I now know that I've moved them from week 1 to week 2 on the power dial. Well, that can be a pipeline sequence. So here, I can click on pipeline.
So, Chris, search for opportunities.
Opportunities, thank you.
Yeah.
Create update opportunity in the pipeline of, and you would call this coffee appointments realtors probably. And then you want to move them to pipeline stage. So you could create a pipeline that says week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And as they move through this, it's moving them on that pipeline dashboard so you can see how many agents you have to call this week, like how long they've been in the call sequence. And so every week when you load your new ones in, you can see them in that pipeline stage. Have you seen the pipeline stages yet, Justin?
I mean, I've gone through some of the workflows just weekly, but not, maybe not.
When you visualize this, when it clicks, it's like, whoa, as far as the power of the CRM. So I'm going to save this workflow for you. I'm going to publish it. So now you can apply that tag and work through that. But before I do that, I'm going to get rid of this.
And what's the name of that workflow so I can hunt it down?
This is
Okay.
I'm going to call it Justin is awesome and is going to get 10 new referral partners.
Yeah, that's quite the name. That's a long tag.
You can rename it however you like, but that way you can find it. That's right, Bill. We got to go with 40, right?
Fair enough.
All right. So, and then super quick, we're going to go back to our main dashboard. And over here on the left-hand side, you can see we've got opportunities with the octopus beside it, right? So we're going to click on opportunities. And what this allows you to do is, I should say empowers. What this empowers you to do is to track every single lead source that you have in your mortgage business. So you can see how many leads you get, how many appointments you get, how many conversions you get. So at the end of any given month, quarter, year, you can look at a pipeline and see how much business you're getting from each source. This is how we were really able to dial in on, hey, if we market to a database, we make tons of deals. When we market to a Zillow list, we only convert at 1%. And it was the return on investment, which is why we shut down the entire paid marketing division of our company, because we were able to track the closed deals at the end of the pipeline. And we realized it's so much better for us to be focused on the daily success plan, calling our past customers, calling qualified agents, calling our pals. That's where the money comes from. So when you track it, it becomes real easy to focus on the things that actually move the needle. So here you have all the different opportunity pipelines, and you can create new opportunity pipelines at any given time for any lead source. So for coffee appointments realtors, when you apply that tag and in the workflow it says add to opportunities, stage, qualified agents, as soon as you apply that tag to all those contacts, all of those contacts are going to show up underneath here with their name, email address, phone number, and all their contacts. First call, second call, third call. So you can actually have the sequence automatically move them in the opportunities pipeline stages so that you can see where they're at in the process. And where I love this, and I'm just going to show you my account for just a second. Now this data isn't real, but it gives you an idea of how these work so that you can get your mind around it. If we take a look at an opportunities pipeline for this is what it looks like. Okay, so we get a lead, right? We reach out, we book a consult, who showed up, who didn't show up, who didn't buy, and who actually sold. So you can see your entire pipeline. So you can see we've had 445, fake opportunities come into this workflow. I can see 86 of them are still leads sitting in the database. 315 have responded but haven't moved to the next step. Out of the 445, 21 of them no-showed, 10 of them showed, and 11 of them have already bought. So I'm able to see on a dashboard glance, hey, Realtor A sent me this many referrals, this many of them booked an appointment with me, I took applications from this many of them, and I funded this many. So you can have all your realtors' names up here and track how many leads you're getting, appointments you're getting, applications you're getting per realtor in your business, or per referral source, or any lead source that you have, you should have an opportunities pipeline that's associated with it. Does that make sense?
So what do you enter when you have a new lead from a client?
So that would be database referrals. So I
Okay.
would create an opportunities pipeline for database referrals. And then in the notes section of that particular lead, I would put the name of the person that referred them to me. So anytime you receive a referral from your database, I would have an opportunities pipeline that just says database referrals and put them in there so that you can compare your database to all your different realtor partners, all that good stuff. Esther, did that good? Are you
Yes.
with me?
So Chris, are you saying that for each individual Focus 40 realtor, you would have your own, or would you have one for just all realtors referrals?
I would have one for each individual realtor that's actively sending me business. So as soon as a realtor sends me a referral, I create a new opportunity pipeline for that specific realtor. And then all the stages are the same. Like lead was referred, they responded, booked an appointment, took an application, funded a deal. Is your
And
basic.
do we have a base one of these that we can just copy right now and change?
Yes.
What's
Yeah.
what's it called in the system?
I think it's called Deal Flow. Oh, look at this. All y'all that show up on Build It with Chris, you're the first to find out about stuff. MLO flow pipeline. What could that
Right.
mean?
Don't tell anyone.
Mortgage
I
pipeline.
can't, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, mortgage
Oh,
pipeline.
thank you.
No problem. Yeah, so the mortgage pipeline is in there.
So that's the one that we would copy and paste, or we would copy for every lead source.
Yep. And then here where it says pipelines up at the top in this drop down here, you can click the pencil icon beside any of your pipelines and all the stages come up here, and you can add stages, move stages around. You can totally customize them for whatever you want. So even if you take our template and you're like, oh, I'd like to add a couple of stages or take something away, they're totally customizable.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Dave. So yeah, you can customize them all at any given time. James, you've been extremely patient. I know that you've had a question. Sorry it took so long to get to you, brother. How you doing?
They're all asking great. Thank you. They're all asking great questions. Hi, Chris, and hi, Ben. Anyway, so mine's real simple. I got two of them basically. One is a real simple one. I talked to Cole about this, and it wasn't quite ready last week, I think, or whatever. But now it's all ready to go out the show, right?
Yes.
That's it. Cool. My second question is my problem, and I think other people may or may not have a problem when they run into it. And I haven't done anything bad, but I'm restricted at Facebook. Okay. So a couple of ways to I've been talking to Cole about it, and I've been working months on the thing, and they keep telling me I'm fine and this and that. They tell you stories, but anyway, that's a whole nother discussion we don't need to get into. But the what I'm asking for now is so I'm doing this show, and so I just post on my own on Facebook. I'm okay, except for I can't advertise. Okay. So bottom line, I could just post on my page or whatever, and they wouldn't know the difference, would they?
No.
I wouldn't think so. Okay, all right, good. Let me know otherwise. So on the second thing, which I thought about this, my better half has a different last name, and I could use her Facebook. She may not like that, but I could use her Facebook to run my ads. Could I do that? Is that a big problem or?
So the only thing that you need to be careful of is the credit card that you use. So Facebook tracks by credit card. So if you put the same credit card on her personal Facebook as your personal Facebook for the billing, they'll pick up on that. And then the other thing is you've got to make sure that the business page that you're using to run the ads, because you can't run ads on a personal Facebook profile. You can only use a business page to run ads. If that business page has been flagged or suspended, you're going to run into the same problem with the advertising account. So make sure that your business page is in good standing. Then make your wife an administrator on the business page. Then run the ads from the business page.
I'll make sure I'm nothing because I'm not I'm listed in the bad world. So on the other side, using a third party, is that a way to do it too? Besides using,
you can, but if you're looking to run consumer direct, like we do the stage 4 call every day of the advanced stage 4 call. Cole is my media buyer. He buys all of our media. He is literally, in my opinion, he's better at running ads than I am. He is a genius, and there's no charge for that. You can literally access that. He'll go into your account, he'll run the ads for you, show you how it all works. It's literally something that other people in the mortgage industry are paying a company $1,500 a month just to manage their ads. We give it away for free.
Now, so can you run the ads for me separately?
So if you show up on that call and invest that little bit of time with Cole, he'll literally, you share your screen and he'll take over your mouse and run the ads for you. And again, there's no additional charge for you. And honestly, I think it's better than having a third-party company manage it for you.
Sure, great.
Which call is that?
It's the stage 4 support call. So it's every day, Monday to Friday. Ben, what time is that call at?
It is a 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
So 1 o'clock Eastern Standard, and happens Monday to Friday, every day. And like sometimes nobody shows up to the call, so it could literally be an hour long one-on-one call with you and Cole. Now there might be 10 people there. It just kind of depends on the day on who's working on what, but it's a phenomenal resource for you, James.
All right, I'll quit taking your time, but I was going to tell you, Meta has now promised that in 2 weeks it will all be taken care of. Cool. Anyway,
Yeah, I've heard
you.
that. Okay, we're gonna power out strong with one of my favorite features. And James, this ties perfectly with what you're doing and with what a lot of other people are doing with our Google program, where we rank you on the front page of Google. We've taken the phone number from the CRM and we've started running all of our advertisements with that phone number in the system. So speed to lead is the number one thing that converts a lead. It doesn't even matter necessarily what the script is, even though scripting helps and will give you a little bump. But if you respond back to a mortgage lead in the first 5 minutes, it's the number one thing that you can do to convert a lead. So we're running our Google business page and any inbound communication with the phone number that we have on our CRM. So anytime somebody calls that phone number, from the text messages that you're sending out, from it being in your email signature and your footer, from your marketing and your advertising, anytime anybody calls that phone number, we know it's a hot lead, it's a hot prospect, somebody looking to take a mortgage application. If we miss the call, chances are we lose the money, right? Unless we pick up the phone in real time. Anybody here on the call busy? Anybody busy throughout the day? Like, kind of like it's hard to pick up the phone at the very instant when people want information from you? We realized that was a problem. So check this out. Inside your Loan Officer CRM, when you go down to settings, there's a new box inside the settings feature of your Loan Officer AI CRM. So you click on settings, you scroll down into the bottom right-hand corner and see this new menu down here. It says missed call text back. And there's this button. You select enable missed call text back. Hey, it's Chris Johnstone. Just in a meeting, but I will get back with you right away. Did you have a question I can help you with? Alternatively, if you are looking for a quick quote, you can use this link to start a pre-application. And then I would insert the link to my pre-approval form. Save missed call text settings. Oh, you got to select the phone number. So the phone number that's on the system, you just punch it in
Sorry,
there.
Chris. So that is for sending a test text. So you don't have to select the phone number there.
Automatically synced to the phone number that's on the
Correct.
account.
Right.
Man, those developers are great. They can really fill in the blanks, eh? That's awesome. All right, cool. So you click Save Missed Call Text Settings. And now anytime anybody calls your phone number and the call is not picked up, it waits less than a minute and text messages back that person that's called you. So speed to lead is instant. You don't miss the lead and you engage them in a conversation on any inbound phone call. I absolutely love this new feature. And so make sure you get that set up on your accounts or reach out to your success coach.
Hey, Chris, real quick on that. I'm sorry.
Please
I
do.
use two different numbers.
Yep.
What happens if I switch to a different, does it work for two different numbers?
Yes, but it will only work with the number that is on the user account that you're using. So you could have, Jeff, you could have multiple loan officers on your team and they would need to log in underneath their user account and enable that feature on their account, so it's their number. So if you've got like 4 phone numbers inside your account, 3 loan officers and you, each person has to log in with their user account and set that up in their settings so that it knows to do it on all 4 phone numbers. Because you're the admin, it would only do it on the admin phone number.
My issue is one of my places is hyper loco focused, so I've got 2 different area codes. Should I have a a secondary user account for myself?
I mean, do you want to send the same message to?
I do, but if I'm sending 949 to California and then I'm sending to Midwest 605 is my issue.
Yeah. So
Chris,
workflow.
what about setting up a workflow?
Yeah. A workflow would be the way to figure that out. Too advanced for us to get into right now, just because we're at the top of the hour. But there is a workflow where you can set this up as a workflow setting, because now it's a setting inside the feature, and we can show you how to set that up. That's a great way to start Build It with Chris next week.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem. For those of you that are here on the call that are not members of the Loan Officer CRM, in my opinion, it is easily the highest value that you can get for converting leads. We've got a special on right now. You can go to loanofficercrm.ai. So that's loanofficercrm.ai. Or you can go to Google and you can type in Loan Officer CRM. We're the #1 organic position on Google. So loanofficercrm.ai. And you can see everything that comes with it, but all the workflows, all the websites, and all of the support from the mortgage marketing animals is included. You get the redder list with all the qualified agents, the video marketing tool, the whole shebang, and it's $297 a month. You can try the whole thing out for 30 days, risk-free, because we've got a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. If you're not absolutely thrilled with what we can do with you and your business in 30 days, ask for your money back, and we'll give you 100% of your money back. So that's my big, heavy sales pitch for the Loan Officer CRM, and we will wrap it up with James, a final question. Oh, and then Vincent sneaking in right at the end there. I got you.
All right, hey Chris, this is so now you're going to have 2 answerings. So you still answer the phone, or you have an answering service do that for you, or this text, or you just use this text and that's it.
An answering service is a great way. It's a great way to get those taken care of, for sure. This is just sometimes the answering service, needs that text back. So most people don't have an answering service and they're not that advanced. This is more for those people that don't have an answering service, so that at least there's real-time feedback to the person that's called in.
So if it goes through my phone and it gets an answering that way, it gets that as well as a text, or is it just a text?
So if the answering service picks up the phone, the text message would not send. So if you have an answering service,
or on your phone, or on your my Verizon, for instance, it answers the phone if I don't.
Correct.
So it's still, you got to let the text would do it instead of that, or leave the text to it instead of that. That's the deal?
That's the deal.
Okay, great. Thanks. All right.
Right on. And
Hi, Chris.
Fantastic.
Hi, Chris. Sorry to interrupt. Mark has a question. Did we finish the show setup today?
Yes. Yes, we did. So that's the landing page, the form, and the workflow that lets people know that they registered for the event, so that you can send them the recording and have them in a list. Awesome. Vincent, how you doing?
Chris, how you doing?
I'm good, my man.
All right, now I'm getting ready to jump on board with you guys, and I'm getting ready to sign up for this thing.
All right.
But I have to warn you, I am computer challenged. So what could I do that would help me to get up to speed in a quick way in order to be as efficient as I possibly can and not let it get in the way of my Monday through Thursday activities?
Beautiful.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense. And everybody,
Thank you,
so
sir.
for those of you that don't know Vincent, Vincent is somebody that you need to watch in this community because he is making big waves in a short period of time. Also a guest on the Loan Officer Marketing Podcast, which I sincerely appreciate, doing amazing things. So to answer your question, when you sign up, we give you 3 1-hour onboarding sessions with like you and a success coach, and that's it. We're there to actually launch your first campaign. Don't stop doing the daily success plan. Stay focused on that. Fridays is the day typically that we work on our business, not in our business. So I would schedule those calls for Fridays and do like, maybe 2 in one day, probably an overload. Go 3 weeks in a row, schedule them Friday, Friday, Friday. And by the end of the third Friday, we'll actually have a campaign up, running, and launched inside your CRM for you. And you'll have learned with us all the way through. But we're there clicking the buttons, teaching you the system while we get it set up and launched for you. Right on. I'm looking forward to having you on the inside of the CRM, Vincent. And we're looking forward to working with you.
Hey, you might you might not like that. I don't know. I told you I'm challenged. But I too am looking forward to it as well, Chris. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we are built for you. There's tons of support, more than you can shake a stick at, and we're here for you. We got you. All right, Teresa.
Hey, so I'm new to the CRM. I haven't had my onboarding yet. It's Monday. So correct me if I'm wrong. All of this that we've been going over the last 2 sessions is all a part of what's available to me in this one program. Now,
yes.
Are they going to hit on this stuff and help me set all this up come Monday? Because right now I'm not using anything. I went in, I watched the videos, and I did what I could do based on the videos. So I'm totally bombarded. I'm lost. Because
Totally
there's
normal.
so much that's available to us that I'm
Yes.
hoping that Monday I'll have a better understanding and they'll be able to help me get this up and running.
100% they will. And we actually have a roadmap because what you're going through is totally normal and everybody goes through it. Every single person that signs up for the CRM logs in and gets overwhelmed because it's, we've been building this thing for a long time and you're experiencing it for the first time. So it's totally normal. But we have a roadmap so that you don't feel overwhelmed. It's kind of like, I haven't found a better analogy for this, but I'm working on it, but it's like eating an elephant. How do you do it? 1 bite at a time. I don't know anybody that's ever eaten an elephant, so it's a horrible analogy, and also elephants are awesome not to be eaten. But anyways.
So is there that roadmap available to me to, I'm sorry, I got a pen behind my ear just to have it. Is the roadmap available to me to review and go over before Monday?
For sure. Yeah, I can have the team email that over to you. That's not a problem at all.
Okay.
What they're going to get with you on Monday is just basic account settings, showing you around. It's like a little tour. And then the first thing you want to focus on is your database.
Okay.
Get your database loaded in, do the database activator, start following the daily success plan and making your calls to your database. That's campaign.
And I'm doing that, but when does the top 40 list of from Redder, when does that go into this flow? Is that something I got to manually do from Redder, or is it going to automatically flow into the CRM?
Great question. So that's campaign number 2. We do our database first, and then we do our qualified agent campaign second.
Okay.
Now, it is a manual process of you adding the agents from Redder into the CRM.
Oh, okay. So that is manual. Okay.
But it used to be like you'd have to go get a qualified agent list, download it as a CSV, import it, tag it, do all this stuff. We now have it to the point where like you get the qualified agent list in Redder, select all the boxes beside the names, hit the button, and everything else happens automatically. Like we've made it literally, it could be, I think I counted it, it's 5 clicks of the button. from
Okay,
start to finish. Done in
is
one.
there a place for me to do that in advance before Monday or not? Is that
Wait till,
something like,
yeah, wait till Monday,
okay,
just because it's also a learning experience. And
okay,
for the account manager to help you learn the system while they walk you through the process is a much better way to go about it.
okay. All right. Thank you much. Have a good weekend.
Right on. Looking forward to Monday. Awesome. Everybody, thank you for attending Build It with Chris. I apologize we were a little bit off over time, but I guess we just made up for last week. So, really looking forward to next Friday on Build It with Chris with y'all. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend and much love. I'll see you next week.